despite the Supreme Court orders, anti-pollution level has risen up to the dangerous level mark in several parts of Delhi. Totally the order of the Supreme Court was violated yesterday. How do you see this?
The Supreme Court of India, in its wisdom, had rightly placed restrictions slash banned the use of firecrackers across the length and breadth of the country. It is obvious that the ban has been flouted with impunity, because if you look at the AQI levels across various cities in India, they range from very poor to hazardous. It is ironic that a country which could close down at a 4-hour notice for a lockdown cannot control or cannot implement a Supreme Court order. Obviously, there was a lack of will and there was no enforcement in order to enforce that order. Even in Lutyens, Delhi, that is where the Supreme Court is, you had firecrackers going off till 2 a.m. in the morning. Every restriction was flouted with impunity. And therefore, under those circumstances, this is a very serious issue, that if the orders of the Supreme Court are not enforced by the enforcement agencies, which under Article 144 of the Constitution of India are supposed to assist the Supreme Court in the execution of its orders, it's a very, very serious matter. And therefore, the Supreme Court should call all the states and really ask them why this order was not enforced, why the restrictions were not implemented in totality. Because if you look at it, and it doesn't require rocket science to figure out that hardly anywhere there was a cessation of the bursting of firecrackers, be it rockets, be it sparklers, be it bombs, be it any other form of firecracker which is used on Deepavali. So therefore, it's an extremely serious matter. And I think, given the fact that the Supreme Court had correctly taken the initiative of banning slash restricting the use of firecrackers, there are fundamental questions. Where did these firecrackers come from? From where were they sourced? Obviously, they would have been sold. If you have firecrackers going across all over Delhi and every other city in this country, obviously this means firecrackers were sold openly, people bought them and then used them. So therefore, there was a complete and absolute failure of enforcement. And this goes to something which is extremely germane, as I said, that if implementing agencies do not fulfill the orders of the Supreme Court in letter and spirit, this has grave implications for the Constitution of India.
Sir,